You are listening to The Burning Truth. Hello ladies and gentlemen, dude and dudettes, I'm your host Matt Burns, and I will like to just point out one thing with today being a bit of a special. Happy Father's Day everybody. Now for all fathers around the world, I will state that is on, well, not for everybody, well, it is for everybody, but Happy Father's Day. It's a special time where you get to spend time with some family, especially your fathers. But also, I want to give a massive shout out to any of the mothers who, have had to fill in the extra role, potentially due to some unfortunate circumstances or unfortunate reasons. But, a massive Happy Father's Day from The Burning Truth. Now, with that out the way already said and done, let's move on to some of the topics I've got today for this week's For the Burning Truth. Now, as I've stated previously, I won't be covering Raw or SmackDown and whatnot, because if I was going to do some results, basically I'd be there's no point in me spewing out the same old results, as it'd be a lot easier just going to the website www.wwe.com and you'll get the results a lot faster than hearing myself. And I will state, if you are listening for the results from me, I do appreciate it, but you won't be getting them from me. Best place to look is on the official website. Now, let's get on to some topics for wrestling, especially with WWE. Now, supposedly on the grapevine, a lot of people are suspecting that Brock Lesnar is going to be at SummerSlam, defending his Universal Championship against Roman Reigns and whatnot, and most likely it'll be his final match for WWE. Now, what's so weird is there's been a report going round that Brock Lesnar isn't 100% confirmed for SummerSlam, possibly against Roman Reigns. It's either the rumour is stating that Brock Lesnar isn't against Roman Reigns, or he isn't even booked. Now, if he isn't booked, I've got one question for WWE. Why the hell is he not booked? You're going in another month then. If he is not at SummerSlam, that will be almost 3 straight months where he isn't on. And I understand that him being not around as much, it makes it more special. Yeah, you could say that to a degree. But when the main title, the one that everyone's fighting for, isn't turning up, how are we meant to be getting excited? Oh, he's finally turned up. Yay. He defended it. Yay. If he is successful, and he does go to UFC with it, what is that going to prove? Oh, that he can't defend the championship belt. The thing that he hasn't been doing anyway. It's just stupid to think that we're being treated like that. Now, a lot of people can say, oh, we're doing it just to beat the CM Punk record. The modern day record. Yeah, done. That's been already gone and dusted. What's next? What's next? All they're doing now is by not having Brock Lesnar defend that title, is diminish it. It's diminishing it. It means that the Intercontinental title is worth more than the WWE Universal Championship. And what's a joke is, this is something I brought up previously, especially with Backlash. They, with the last month's pay-per-view, they put Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe as the main event. Now, I understand why, potentially because the ending of the WWE match was atrocious, but And they can say, oh, it's Raw versus SmackDown. Fine. But would have weighed more if Roman was the champ. And would have meant more. All they're doing right now is, by not having Lesnar around, is damage the product. They're just damaging their own product. Which is ridiculous. It's a bad call. Now, either put the championship on somebody who's at every show, day in, day out, not when I can be bothered. Or I'll book him when it's convenient. The man's getting paid a lot of money to be a part-timer, to carry a belt and say, I'm the champion. No doubt, Brock Lesnar is a legit badass. Can probably knock out most people and whatnot. But, yes, I know, apologies for the whatnot. He could be a badass, but he's not. It's diminished by him not turning up. Oh, let's fight, Lesnar, let's fight. When I can be bothered. Great. So if any Raw talent wins Money in the Bank, the only time you can cash it in is when he's actually there. Wow, that's riveting. I'm just hoping that they aren't doing the whole, they can only go for their brand's championship belt. Because if that is the case, and this is a big if that is the case, any Raw wrestler that wins it cannot even cash in for said championship until Lesnar turns up. Because I know what someone would say. Oh, what if you just cash it in when he's not there? You can win it. Dingbat. He doesn't turn up. Count out. Title doesn't change hands on a count out. Oh dear. It's just poor. Very, very poor that they've done this. They've got themselves backed into a corner where it's either you've got to surprise people by having them not turn up, or make it so damn predictable that everyone can see the writing on the wall. Now, if Roman Reigns is fighting Lesnar for the WWE Universal Championship, it's not going to mean jack. Because when he does take the title, it's going to be, yay, you've moved it from Lesnar to Roman Reigns, who's been shoved down our throats. And I feel sorry for Roman because the man does actually work hard. However, if he does get the title, I'd love Roman turn full heel. Turn full heel and unleash all his frustrations on trying to get that championship belt. Boom. That would shut up critics. That would shut up a lot of things. And it would also allow WWE to be able to push him to the moon as much as possible. Because straight away, the fans already getting annoyed by having him shoved down our throats. So if you're going to be shoving him down our throats, turn him heel and do it more. It'll work better, so whoever he goes up against will get cheered more. Enough said. On to the next topic. From that little mini rant, so I do apologise. Dean Ambrose is possibly, maybe due to return, especially seeing as he's being spotted at the Performance Center in Orlando. Now, this could be just to rehash, check on injuries, but there's no confirmation if he's actually been in the ring yet or not. Fingers crossed, he is, being able to rehab his arm, be able to get it worked out, and hopefully should be making a return, because Dean Ambrose has been sorely missed on that roster. And I think straight away, if Dean Ambrose does turn it, it's a perfect moment. Who knows? He could be another contender for the championship. He could even be the person who tries to take the championship from Roman when he is champion. Who knows? But, when time comes round, when we do actually get the official time when he is going to be returning, or any further news for Dean Ambrose, I'll hopefully let you all in the know. Now, last night, NXT TakeOver Chicago happened. And I've been told, absolutely explosive show, amazing. Definitely one to watch. You need to see it. Top show. Now, unfortunately, due to a busy schedule, I haven't been able to see it myself yet. So I have got to watch that on the WWE Network, hopefully straight after this broadcast, which I'm hoping to do. I do know the results of the show. Yes, I know, unfortunate. That dropped on me and spoiled. But I'm still going to watch it to still be entertained. Because even if I know the results, I don't know how it happens. Someone can say this and this happened, which could mean something else to somebody else. So I'm going to watch it with eyes open and see how it goes. Now, one match that's definitely been spoiled for myself is the Tommaso Ciampa match. Now, him versus Johnny Gargano in the main event. Street fight. That's taking it one step further, especially with the way they've been going at each other. Now, before I continue, this is the only results I will be giving out on the broadcast today. I'm just going to state one thing. Spoiler for anybody who hasn't seen it. And apologies. I'm going to give you the count of 5 before I reveal the winner and what the actual news is in regards to Tommaso Ciampa. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are we all clear? Right, moving on. Tommaso Ciampa has been gloating over his victory against Johnny Gargano in the street fight on Twitter with his gif, almost waving goodbye to Johnny Gargano, saying, "I win, I win." I have got to say, I absolutely love Tommaso Ciampa. I love his gimmick. I love the fact that he is not afraid to get pure hatred. The man knows how to get under people's skin. Especially when it came round to the Avengers Infinity War, when he's spoiling it for everybody. Whoops! But he hadn't got a care in the world. Not a care in the world. Absolutely love the guy. The fact that he's able to do that with a smile on his face. He knows the gimmick so well. And what's so brilliant is the fact that you've got Johnny Gargano, who is almost like the polar opposite. Johnny wrestling. Crowd get behind him. I don't see this being the end of them pair against each other. But them pair are already ready for the main roster. They're already there. They're already smashing out matches like that on NXT. I just hope that when they do get them onto the main roster, they don't dull them down. Let them go 110% like they are in NXT. Let them do this. Now, the WWE UK tournament has been done and dusted, and it's happened all over Download. Great shows, great events, and if anybody wants to see any of the matches, please check them out on YouTube, because they are on the social media as well. You know, on YouTube, WWE.com, I believe Facebook, and possibly Twitter. Check them out if you want to see who's winning. But for me, I'm loving the show so far. I have loved some of the matches so far. One match straight away. I haven't seen all of the first, the first round knockouts yet. But one match I definitely recommend anybody to watch, especially with it being old school British wrestling, is Jack Gallagher. Is the Jack Gallagher match. Wow. Just watch that match. Yeah, enough said. Enough said. But for me, I'm just going to do a quick prediction now, which if you noticed, I haven't done it on my blog yet. I haven't, which I'll hopefully get to at some point, either tomorrow or later today, maybe, or whenever I can. I do think that the final match will be. It's between two matches, I think. Either both matches will have Travis Banks in. But the question is who is Travis Banks going to be against? It's either going to be Morgan Webster or Zach Gibson. Either one. And I would love the match. That what I think will be the final. You know what? I'm going to make a prediction right now. I'm going to go with Zach Gibson. It'd be Zach Gibson versus Travis Banks in the final. And Travis Banks gets the win. And moves on to face Pete Dunne on the night after. Whether or not Travis Banks will become the UK champion, I don't know. I do not know yet, but I will hopefully save that prediction for the blog that I will be hopefully posting either later on, either today or most likely tomorrow, or the day of when the event is taking place. So try keep some of the blog posts apart with the predictions. Now, speaking of predictions, I have just recently released the WWE Money in the Bank 2018 predictions up on the website, on the burningtruthuk.com website. If anyone wants to check them out, check it out. A little bit of a difference for this week with the predictions not this week. For the predictions this time for this event is the fact that I've only just put who I think is going to be winning, not stating on why. The reason why I haven't stated why is because of the short order and short time that I've had, especially with trying to get it done before this broadcast. I literally only had about an hour to get him up, get him on, double check I've got him right, and get him up and out. It's due to having a massive busy schedule, which I'll be covering what that schedule has been. But hopefully, for any future predictions that I do, like with WWE show events, I will hopefully be putting on my reason on there, hopefully. But that is the last mention of all the WWE stuff and all WWE shows, because let's move on to ROH. Now, ROH has just recently had State of the Art event, and I believe that they've just recently crowned a new ROH World Television Champion in Punishment Martinez by defeating Silas Young. You know what? I did say that there'd only be one result winner. Ooh, sorry. Correct that. This will be the last one. But originally I only planned to just mention Punishment Martinez. Now, congratulations to Punishment Martinez on becoming the new ROH World Television Champion. Hopefully that he gets a long reign with that, as it does seem interesting. Very interesting to me. But just thought to give a bit of a congratulations to Punishment Martinez. Now, as for something that I have been promising, I have been mentioning repeatedly on the broadcast that I will be doing some more blog posts on the website, and so far I haven't. Now, that is going to change 100%. I will hopefully be getting some more blog posts on there soon, even if it's not myself doing them. I cannot officially 100% state if we on who, but I will state the Burning Truth is getting a brand new member to the team that will hopefully be adding some blog posts onto the website soon enough. Now, what the blog post will entail, they could be wrestling orientated, they could be even health orientated, it could be cross any subjects. I just thought to point it out, let everybody know that there could be some more, some new interesting blog posts coming onto the website soon enough. Hopefully you'll enjoy any of the ones that do get released, and even give some feedback, because you definitely know I love feedback. I do love my feedback. Any feedback that is given to me, I will try to take on board. And anything, if I have repeated any past mistakes, I do apologise for. And if anything that you do make me aware of, I do take criticism very serious. But as long as they're, instead of just saying, oh, that's bad because, that's just bad, state why. And I will take it on board. So, moving on. In other interesting news, the Funk Soul Brother, myself, will be making a return to the Squared Circle. However, I can't state when it will be happening or what show it will be on, as unfortunately the deal hasn't been set in stone on if it will be, on when it will be. Now, as soon as I know, I will hopefully let you know. Or if necessary, who knows? I could end up surprising you. So, just thought to mention, whenever I say check out your local wrestling, you never know. You could see a returning Funk Soul Brother. And with that, I just thought I'd mention that next week I will be at FCW on Sunday, so I could end up be doing another round of commentary for them, or something else, or try and grab some more interviews, some wrestling interviews. Who knows what I'll be doing. But because I am at FCW next week, which if anybody is interested in that show, please check out Future Championship Wrestling on the on their social media. We are FCW. Just check them out. Give them a check out. FCW. Future Championship Wrestling. Give them a check out. You might find. I will say, check out your local wrestling. I'm checking FCW out. Why don't you come down and join us? But because of that, I will not be here next week to be able to do a broadcast live. So either next week's broadcast will either be a day early to be live, or it could end up being a pre-recorded episode just so I can get it out on the day. So I just thought to mention that to you in advance so you've got the heads up. So that's going to be the wrap up for the end of the news that I just mentioned for this week's episode. Now let's move on to some plugs. And with that, I'm going to be plugging the UKWM, also known as UK Wrestling Media. They do fantastic work. Check them out. JG Printing and Stitching. I've got to send this guy love, because the guy does absolutely fantastic work with polos. Does some snazzy shirts, especially the wrestling kind. And if I'm not mistaken, Demo Scorpio's got a brand new merchandise out. And if anybody's interested, check out JG Printing and Stitching. It might be there. I recommend anybody to check out Changes Health and Wellbeing, Changes UK. I do recommend you checking that out because you never know, it could actually help you out with yourself or someone that you might know. You never know, the information that's on there could prove very useful, and who knows, you could end up helping someone else who's having who's got a serious issue or having serious health problems. You never know. I'm going to give out my usual shout out to Team 4 Star. I'm still waiting for the brand new episode. Anyway, moving on from that, I want to give out a massive shout out to bands The New Breed and Camans. And if I'm not mistaken, both The New Breed and Camans have just released. Well, The New Breed have just released a brand new single out last Friday, and Camans have just recently released their music video also as well. So check them both out on their YouTube channels to see their latest stuff. I've also got to give a massive shout out to Botchamania. You're welcome, Matthew. As always, got to keep me weekly plug for Botchamania going and show my appreciation to Matthew. Keep up the good work. And lastly, for YouTube wise, Barely Average Studios. Recommend them. They do absolutely fantastic show reviews and whatnot. Do check them out. I'd say they do great reviews because they do go in depth. They do them in parts. Check them out. You never know. You could find a game that you play regularly on there. And last but not least, check out United Wrestling Live on their Facebook page, because if I'm not mistaken, they're giving away some free tickets, free family tickets. Get your ass on there. Check them out. Like and share that post that they put out every time for some free tickets. You never know, you could win. You turn up, you got a free entry for the show, which, if I'm not mistaken, United Wrestling Live always do great shows. So my advice is, just give them a check out. And last but not least, I've always got to recommend the Burning Truth website. If you want to, you could be listening to us live there right now, or listening to the latest episode. If you want to listen to any past broadcasts or interviews, go on there. You'll get all the previous broadcast episodes and previous interviews, show reviews, merchandise where you can possibly pick up some snazzy mugs, snazzy t-shirts. Might make a very, very great belated Father's Day gift. Not hinting there, but you can go on there, check out the blog where you can see some of the predictions and hopefully some of the new blog posts on there. It's also another place where you can contact us, and all the links that I have actually mentioned in most of the plugs, possibly minus one or two, or possibly some additional ones or twos could be on there as well. And we've also got our social media, so if anybody wants to check us out on social media, check us out on Facebook, the Burning Truth, the Burning Truth for Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. The only one that isn't the Burning Truth, in the actual hashtag, it would be Twitter, which is Wrestling Fourth Wall, which is spelled WRESLING Fourth Wall. Unfortunately, we can't change that. I do apologise, but that was ages ago when there was a former name, but we can't change that, unfortunately. But it's stuck around, it's lashed on, and it's a bit of history for us. But with that, I'm going to call this a wrap up now for this week's episode. So as always, stay well, stay safe. I'll hopefully catch you next week, be it either live on Saturday or a pre-recorded episode on Sunday. But as always, stay well, stay safe, and please check out your local wrestling.